Now, there's something I'm very passionate about, and that is growth and change. I believe everything has the capacity to change. It's a common saying that change is the only thing that is constant. One of the greatest qualities a man can possess is the willingness to change. Change is a system of migration, to migrate from your old self to your new self. My name is John David, and I welcome you to our first podcast in our mentorship session under personal development. My focus today is on the gift of time. Now, time is a very basic yet very complex thing to unfold. The gift of time. Psalms 90 verse 12 says that, "So teach us to number our days, that we may apply our hearts unto wisdom." To number means to appoint. So in essence, the Bible is teaching us on how to allocate importance to time. Now, time is a gift that is given to us by God to fulfill our assignment. It means that time is a tool of fulfillment, meaning the reason why time was given is for us to express our God-given purpose. Meaning, without purpose, there will be no need for time. What's your assignment? The unique problem you were created and sent to solve. There are three expressions of time, and we are largely affected by these three expressions of time: the past, the present, and the future. And how you handle each of these expressions of time will have a way of affecting your overall productivity in life. Now, there are many people who are still hooked onto their past mistakes, their past failures, the disappointment of the past, the horror of the past. Now, the best you can do with your past is to learn from your past. Now, there's this set of people who do not learn from their past. Your past is supposed to be like a signal to you on how to do things and how not to do things. So it means that your past should be an experience that you should learn from, how to do things and how not to do things. What do you do about your present? You invest. The word investment is a very strong word in the business space. And those of you who are open to business or who run businesses will understand the word investment. To invest means to take a seed from today and throw it into tomorrow so that you can secure a harvest for tomorrow. To invest means that you sow in so that you can reap. There's a common saying that what you reap, you sow. It's a powerful principle. The word itself works with the principle of investment. So what we do with our present, we invest. Invest what? We invest our time in seeking knowledge. So time can be a platform to exchange your ignorance for knowledge. Time can be a platform for you to exchange your weakness for strength. So these are tools of investment. You invest in relationships. You invest in your relationship with God. It takes time to know God. It takes time to know people. It takes time to understand things. So you invest. The future. What do we do with our future? We plan. The best way to anticipate the future is to plan the future. Whether you like it or not, in the next few years, you will arrive at a destination. The question is, where? Time necessitates process. There will be no need for process without time. So what do we do with time? There are things about time that is out of our control. And one of those things is that we cannot stop time. We are imputed into time. Time existed before we existed. So we were imputed into time by God. Time is unstoppable, but used through management. So the only word that can position us in a place where we can truly maximize time is the word called time management. Now, the idea of time management is not to manage time, but to manage you. Two ways to manage time: planning and investment. Now, let me move to a direction for a while. Now, there are two kinds of mindsets: the static mindset and the growth mindset. The reason why this is very important is that for you to start your journey of change and your journey of maximizing time, you must know where you're starting from. So I'm just going to take a few minutes to explain the growth mindset and the static mindset. Now, the growth mentality is the mentality that believes in development, meaning you believe that things can change. You believe that things can get better. You believe that you can reinvent yourself. Now, the static mind is a mind that believes that things should be just the way they are. You've seen people over the years who sustain the same character, the same way of life, the same approach to life. Those are people who have static mindset. Your mindset is just simply a predefined way of thinking, a way of thinking that came through the things that you believed over time. That's just simply your mindset. Now, there are two principal ways in which we manage time. Remember, planning and investment. My charge to you is that you truly listen to this podcast again and again and again, because it is the truth that you apply that brings transformation. Planning and investment. Now, there are three things I want you to know about time. Number one, the only gift given to all humans is time. What it means is that both the poor, the rich, the advantaged, the disadvantaged, as we may call it, we are all given the opportunity of time. Number two, time is a platform to exchange your old self for your new self, meaning time gives us the hope for transformation. Without time, transformation is impossible. Time necessitates process. It means that you can exchange every part of yourself that you do not want for a part of yourself that you want. You can migrate from a space of ignorance to a space of understanding. You can migrate from a place of poverty to a place of abundance. You can migrate from a place of weakness to a place of strength. How do you do that? You have to start changing the things that you listen to. We are made by the things we listen to. We are made and sustained by the quality of information we are open to. Number three, time is currency. What you spend it on determines who you become. Now, there are many people who are already starting the year with so much excitement in their heart, and which is good. Motivation is good. Now, motivation is good for you to start, but it takes discipline for you to sustain a process. And many of you are career people in this mentorship program. You understand that it takes more than just motivation for you to keep on the routine. So time is currency. What you spend it on determines who you become. The reason why time is currency is because time can be spent. And what you spend it on, remember, determines who you become. Planning. The best way to anticipate the future is to plan it. You don't want to step into a future not properly designed. The key to your future is the successful management of time. And this is profound, that we are all given the opportunity of time. And what we make out of our life is determined by how much we manage time. Two things needed before you start planning. Number one, you need to discover your assignment. You need to understand this, that it is impossible to plan when you've not discovered your assignment. So the first thing that needs to be on the table is your assignment. And remember, your assignment is simply your uniqueness, the unique problem you are designed and sent to solve. We are not rewarded for the things we can do in terms of our similarities. We are usually rewarded for our uniqueness. Never forget that. Number two, develop yourself for your assignment. When it comes to planning, there's a place in which you must develop yourself for the quality of assignments that you have received. And this is one of those platforms for development. You must understand the gift of time. Now, time has been presented to you this year. What a way to start the year. We have ample time on our hands to make quality decisions for the year. Now, it is all left to you. Are you still going to procrastinate this year? Are you still going to procrastinate the kind and the number of books that you are going to read this year? Are you still going to sustain that character, knowing that you can exchange that character for something better? Are you still going to sustain that attitude, knowing that you can exchange that attitude for something better? Are you going to still sustain this current level of excellence in terms of you being valuable and bringing value? Now, we'll talk about being valuable and bringing value in our subsequent classes. But my focus is for you to understand that if you do not maximize time, if you do not maximize the gift of time given to you, if you do not maximize the gift of time given to you, you will become something you did not design. This is important. Like I said, in the next few years, you are going to become something, whether you like it or not. In the next few years, you are going to arrive at a destination, whether you like it or not. The question is where. Now, I hope this session was a blessing to you. And my charge to you in this session is plan your time and invest wisely.